Alright, so this is where we're gonna start. We done popped our primer out of the shot case, and my tool of choice is going to be a safety pin. I just poke into one of these holes. That one actually came quite easy. You seen it fall out. That's where I start, and then I take my priming tool, my specially made priming tool. Yeah, okay. I just get out a little bit of scrape, dump out any residue. Boom. Step one. I got the primer, and I have this little anvil. I don't know if the camera could focus on it. There you go. Okay. That little anvil, that's what's going to go inside the percussion cap or the primer. All right, so now we have our anvils and our caps, our percussion caps or our primers separated. But as you can see, the primers still have the strike on them. And if you look inside, you'll see the same thing. I don't know if the camera could focus on that. Focus, focus, focus. My voice activated focus isn't working. But you'll see the indent on the inside of that primer as well. Just like you see it there. Dimple. We're gonna knock that out. I use my other handy little tool. It's just a little punch. Put it on my little vise here, and you'll see it flatten right out when I tap it. I can actually feel it flatten out on the first tap. If you look inside of that primer cup, you can see, can't really tell there in the camera, but the dimple is pretty much flattened out. There's still a little mark there, but it's actually flat to the vise there. That'd be step two. Alrighty then. Now you can see once you have them all banged out, they look nice and flat on the inside. Little burn marks and stuff, but primarily scrape most of the residue from the old priming compound out. That's the anvils, that's the percussion caps or the primers.
Alright, now we're ready to make some priming compound. We're going to go ahead and got this stuff here. It tends to kick up a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and use the scooper here that I got here. It's a good measurement.
Alright, we got our priming compound ready to go. It's mixed up all nice. We got some nice percussion caps here with the dimples pressed out. So what we're going to be using for our primers, reloaded primers. Okay, so I've been doing some different tests and seeing how much compound I need to put. I just find that I put the maximum amount that could fit. That gives me a nice hot primer, probably equivalent to a manufactured Magnum primer, if you will. So basically I fill up the primer with the compound. You know, this might get tedious, but if you love the craft, you love the craft. It doesn't, you want to shoot, right? So I usually fill it up once. It's real fluffy, so I pack it down, and then one more time I top it off, and I pack it down by Specialized priming matchstick. Press that down nice and solid. All right, so that's packed with priming compound, and I use this stuff, which is was 2-ply toilet paper, and separate it down to 1-ply. I tear off a little piece, just a little piece like that, that'll fit over top of the primer. I mean, this is how I do it. I'm sure you guys can find videos and stuff online, especially since the primer shortage now. I take my anvil, which is that little star-shaped piece we pulled out earlier. I set that right in there, right in the hole like that. Now, it's not pressed in. I don't know, different people use different tools. I tend to like to use this decapping tool here for 223 because it's flat at the top. I use that, press on the anvil. You can feel it when it pops in. Boom. If you look at that, I have a little like toilet paper on the edge, but I just rub that off until we have a nice finished primer here, ready to fire. And these have been pretty consistent with the firing. That's packed with my priming compound. All right, so now we're ready to take our pressed primer. I'm just doing one right now just for the sake of the video. We have our priming tool from Lee. Gonna go ahead and get that on. Yep, seat that in there nice and easy. We got our nice fresh 9mm case. Nice and clean process. Primer pocket is clean. We're gonna pop that in there. Just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna drop that primer in there. Okay. I actually take very little pressure, and that's my new reloaded primer case. You see the little dimple there on the outside, but on the inside of the cap, it's completely flat. So when the firing pin hits that, it will still ignite the compound there. And there we go. We just rinse, wash, and repeat till we're done the pack. Yep, from priming compound to empty percussion caps, our anvils, to pressing our prime case.